Yeah, hi, I'm Freddie Jones. I'm from IPS. Very excited to be talking to you this afternoon.
Can you give a brief outline of your career journey that led to you being MD of IPS Group UK?
Of course I can, yeah. The question is, how long you got? Gosh, long story short, I've spent the majority of my career in and around the IT industry. So I've co-founded software development businesses, app building businesses, and so on and so forth. Stood up cloud practices for an EMEA IT distributor. And before joining IPS, I was essentially working on an early stage platform business that looked at bus ticketing systems for Eastern Europe. And COVID and travel were not good bedfellows. So I've then offered the opportunity to join IPS. So I'm not from the parking industry as such. I'm very much from the world of technology, software. And so that's part of the reason why I'm here.
Can you give a brief description and history of the IPS Group?
Sure. Well, IPS Group is an American-based company. It's based in San Diego in California and has been trading for over 20 years and essentially builds smart parking technology. So the range of products and technology that IPS produces is from single and multi-space parking machines to enforcement software and associated apps to support that. IPS Inc. came to the UK 2016-17, created a wholly owned subsidiary, and then effectively just started trading. So we provide a subset of the technology and services that the overall group provides. So essentially, IPS UK is focused at delivering multi-space parking machines and our cloud-based platform that's used for the management of those machines. So think of a parking meter now as being an IoT device, an Internet of Things device, so that we are attached via the cloud in terms of the machines, which allows all sorts of different bits of functionality to take place. So for example, you can change your tariff from 50p an hour to 60p an hour by just pressing a button. And if you had an estate of 200 machines, they could just be populated like that. The automation of software on coin tariffs, so if a new coin's introduced, that can be done automatically, as well as the fact that we are a payment services provider, so that we process payments on behalf of our customers. Our customers are broadly local authorities or private operators who are delivering or managing car parks on behalf of their customers. So in a nutshell, that's IPS Group.
What challenges and problems have you faced since starting up since that time?
Well, I think one of the what I think is an exciting challenge, right, rather than a problem, is that being new to a marketplace that effectively is a very mature and sophisticated market is around kind of creating the opportunity for your new technology. Now, I'm delighted that actually IPS is disruptive in a number of ways. So the technology is very disruptive in terms of its sophistication and reach. The actual design of the machines is disruptive, both in the physical mechanics of machines. So for example, our machines are made out of stainless steel. We provide upgrade kits for some of our competitors' machines as well. So it's having a number of disruptive features in terms of our levels of service, the fact that we're a payment service provider, and so on and so forth, that sort of adds that. So the challenge, I think, really, when you're entering a new market is essentially is ensuring that your customers fully understand the nature of the value proposition that you're bringing and why you're so disruptive. So I think there are probably two big questions. First of all, the who question, who is IPS Group? And the second question is why? Why should I be thinking about buying from IPS Group? And so, as I said, that's a demonstration of the value proposition. So it's a challenge, but it presents a wonderful opportunity to kind of bring that innovative technology to market and be disruptive, but also provide a very different way of doing things. So, for example, we offer a different way of procuring. So we have innovative meters as a service in terms of way that you can procure as opposed to a simple capital purchase. So lots of different attributes of the proposition is done in a way that is hopefully very compelling and but more importantly is enhancing our customers' experience in providing a greater, frictionless parking experience, so that the consumers or the users of our technology are actually engaging in a much richer parking experience. Frictionless in terms of the ease of use, contact payments, digital wallets, and so on and so forth, but also in terms of the uptime and the reliability of machines, and then the level of customer services that we provide. So we operate on something like 97 or 98% first fix rate for when we visit machines in terms of our field engineers who go and repair them. So the maintenance, the operation of the machines in terms of their day-to-day use, that frictionless experience backed with the sophistication of technology, services and products that we bring.
You're working in over 200 plus cities, over 5 countries, and it just shows how much of a global success the IPS Group is, and especially in the UK as well. You've mentioned a few of those reasons that is successful. What would you attribute as the main reason for that success? What is the main reason, would you say?
I think if I was trying to distill it, I think it's because we are absolutely passionate about delivering high quality service. And again, we don't get it right all of the time, and it would be wrong and, naive to even suggest that we get it right the whole time. But what I hope that we do and demonstrate is that actually we take it very seriously. We take our customers very seriously, and we will learn and we will want to excel and go beyond their expectations. And so these aren't just empty kind of trite words that you might kind of see in some marketing. We deeply and passionately believe in terms of trying to provide a different level of experience, different level of customer service. As I said, whether it's from the innovation of the technology, the sophistication of the design, but also how we then deal with the wrinkles or the bumps that you occasionally get in real life operational businesses, with thousands of machines collected to a cloud platform operating in hundreds of car parks up and down the country. You can appreciate that, that there are going to be the odd challenge, but it's the way that we respond to that. And I think that's probably unique. It's part of the ethos. It's part of the value set that we have. And what's keen for me when I speak to new colleagues joining IPS, because we're growing and people are joining us all the time, it's very important that those values are are kind of firmly sort of taken on board, and people share that sense of shared value that we have. So I think it's that passion, a passion to deliver excellence to our customers.
As the managing director of such a big group, and like you said, you've got this passion and you've got a competitive market to work in as well, what advice would you give to someone who is maybe looking to start up their business in the UK?
Okay, well, I think if you're looking to start, so I've been involved in a number of startup businesses. I think first of all, it's to have that passion of what your core product or services is. You, especially if you are the custodian, if you are the flag bearer of your organization, of your big idea, then it's very much for you to kind of ensure that you have that. I'd probably also suggest that you don't just do it on your own, you do it with somebody or with a team of people, right? Because as a entrepreneur, it can be a very lonely, very difficult, very demanding, very all-consuming kind of experience or phase of your life. And I think that to have shared that or have that shared experience is because we're all wired up to be in relationships. And I think it's something that it'd be a very positive thing. So if you're having a slight dip in your motivation, then you've got your co-collaborators to kind of help you and buoy you on your way. So I think that, and also that reflective piece in terms of the collaboration that you get in terms of different viewpoints and different ideas. So it's important to have that clear vision, which is often the kind of founder's role. But I think if you can imbibe that with shared passion and a collaborative approach to you bring in and fit around you different capabilities and skill sets to complement your own, then I think that you're on the way to a successful future. And then of course you need a bit of luck, right? You need the first customer, right? The very first customer is always very difficult. Timing is also important, right? When you set sail into the marketplace, depending upon what's happening from a geopolitical point of view and how that impacts some of those broad economic things. So there's a number of other external pieces, but I think having that passion and then the agility to flex, fail fast, right? So you don't repeat things. I think these are attributes that would lend somebody if they're starting out.
The reason that you are here today is that you won one of our Fintech Awards, Business Growth Award 2023. Why did you choose to enter our awards specifically, would you say?
Well, partly because our technology is all to do with smart parking solutions. And I think that, as I mentioned, that we are a payment services provider, so that we are a fully accredited payment provider in that respect. And it's an aspect of perhaps the parking industry that you don't necessarily take or realize kind of what's going on. So for me, it was an opportunity to kind of showcase that aspect of our offer, of our value proposition, if you like, and to use the awards as a way of celebrating kind of the achievements that we've done, and a way of showcasing, and a way of, and if we were successful, to celebrate in that success. And we by the very nature of us being very disruptive, we've been growing very successfully and very strongly, and for me, it's the recognition of that, not just for me, but for actually the folk that I work with day in and day out, who kind of go that extra mile to deliver that excellence in customer service that I spoke about. And to have that external recognition, third-party verification that you are on the right track, you are doing something right, I think is really helpful and encouraging, and fills people up in terms of wanting to kind of take the next step in the next chapter of our journey as an organization.
Since winning that award, how has that affected your business? Like you said, you've got that external recognition now for your team, and also it lends to your credibility as well. Have you seen an internal kind of difference, an external kind of difference?
Yeah, I think, in fairness, I think it's early days, but certainly from an internal point of view, there was absolutely a great acknowledgement of that. And I think it also invites another question, so that when people think of us as being a company that provides smart parking technology, and then we're winning a Fintech award to do with kind of growth, it sort of, it invites a really interesting question, and that's again, leads on to a disruptive value proposition that we've got. So early days, but certainly from an internal point of view, really, really positive in terms of the encouragement it's given to the team, and as I said, invites interesting comments from new customers as we begin to engage and understand what we do as an organisation.
Would you recommend Business Awards UK to other businesses?
Yeah, I do. I think entering awards is a way of kind of really, part of the process is you have to think deeply about why you think you're worthy to enter an award, why you think that you should stand out and achieve. And I think even just going through the process of the application is very helpful in terms of thought processes, because it's really, despite the tremendous success that we've got, I think it's really important that we remain humble. I think it's really important that we remain curious to kind of ensure that actually we are delivering and developing and evolving to the benefit of our customers. And I think the process of an award and the application process, so it helps that introspective period in terms of just checking, because that's part of the application. And for me, as I said, I think it's just, again, really important that we maintain a humility and a curiosity in terms of wanting to continue to advance the business. And so that's why for me it's helpful in that respect.
What is the next big step for yourself and the IPS Group in the UK and globally, actually, as well?
Yeah, well, we've got a continuous sort of program of technology evolving. Some of it I can talk about, some of it I can't, but we are certainly looking to bring our next generation of machines to market next year, which will provide a very different user experience in terms of how the technology is evolved. And then wrapping around that are some additional services that we will bring to market as well. So like any technology company, it's never done. So we're in this process of evolving. So yeah, we've got some really great things that are working on. Really excited with the gifted engineers that I work with, and really we're super excited about 2024, right? And what it means for the business.
Again, that's fantastic answers today, Freddie. Thank you so much for joining us. If people want to find the IPS Group, either the website and socials, where can they find you?
Okay, well, we're on www.ipsgroup.com. And again, part of our development, in fact, we're working as another project on a new website. So if we roll on, 2-3 months, then there will be a new IPS website that comes out. But yeah, please look us up on LinkedIn. We've got a LinkedIn page. And as I said, please visit us at www.ipsgroup.com.
Brilliant. Again, thank you so much for joining us today again, Freddie. You've been an absolute delight.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you very much, and good to see you as well.